Woo. Drink of the day is this new coffee. It's some sort of like focus blend with ginger, turmeric, black pepper, ashwagandha, maca, something. I don't know. It definitely has a flavor. I don't normally get coffees like this, especially when they're not organic. But hey, you know, a tiny bit of pesticides every now and then won't kill you. All right, a remake of the original The Witcher. And yes, I said that correctly because it was called The Witcher. It was a PC exclusive, still is, but if they're going to remake it, I'm sure they're bringing it to consoles as well.
You gotta say, I'm a human being! God damn it! My life has value!
So I was pretty excited to hear about this. I did play the original The Witcher on PC, and other than the super janky rhythm style to the combat, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best game in the world, and it didn't receive quite the reception that it should have, but now that it's being remade and available to a wider audience on more platforms, I think that's an awesome thing. But then we hear those dreaded words, and they come in a wide variety, but in this case, they said they're getting rid of stuff that's, quote, outdated, unquote. Now, I wish I could tell you that this is nothing more than talking about outdated game mechanics, the janky combat system, maybe the user interface being a little weird. They're going to update all that stuff and make it a new and great game for the modern era, right? Wrong. While they will do some of that, you can be sure that getting rid of outdated stuff in the game means more of the ESG/DEI garbage. Let's take a look at video from the ESG representative from CD Projekt Rainbow.
I'm also personally involved in a range of environmental, social, and governance initiatives, ESG for short. I would like to present our strategic approach to ESG issues in the context of our business.
All right, now I know what you're thinking. You're saying, but wait a minute, Fox. CD Projekt Rainbow isn't the one, they're actually called CD Projekt Red, isn't the one working on this remake of The Witcher. It's actually Rebel Wolves. But you know what? Who is Rebel Wolves? Well, let me tell you after this brief coffee break.
You guys want to get some coffee or something?
Coffee drinker, huh?
I taste a lot of that black pepper. That's not good. You don't want black pepper in your coffee, but it's black pepper's in this coffee. Rebel Wolves consists of some former CD Projekt Rainbow developers, and they got together and decided to continue the legacy. So getting back to this ESG video from CD Projekt Rainbow, here's a really, really good question. Of all the amazing good causes in the world, things like hunger, people not having homes to live in, war-torn areas, the distress that many people face because of serious illness and disease, of all the different things you could offer support for and put on a shirt or a hat, of all the different things you could support by changing your profile icon on social media or making posts to that effect, why is it almost always the rainbow? Why is the rainbow so frequent in all of this? Why does the rainbow come up almost every single time? Have you ever seriously asked yourself that question? Why this issue? But you know what? It doesn't ultimately matter in some ways because ESG and DEI always corrupts everything it touches. Anything that ESG and DEI gets into becomes worse, and usually quite a lot worse. But you know what? Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe all we'll have to do is play for a bit, realize what crap is in there, go to basedmods.com to get some of those based mods, and get rid of the anti-white, anti-hetero, anti-male garbage. And while we're on the topic of The Witcher, let me bring up something that I noticed watching the Witcher Netflix series with my lady friend. What we noticed, particularly me, is that in this series that's supposed to take place in a fictional kind of European-style, Polish-style, old-world, medieval period kind of thing, is that all of the people of this land should essentially look the same, with a few exceptions. And one of those exceptions are the elves. You see, the elves, other than having pointy ears, look almost identical to the rest of the people in the world, at least in the original The Witcher. But in the Netflix adaptation of The Witcher, we have not only the standard white-looking characters that should be there according to the mythos and the whole story of The Witcher, but we also have Asian, Hispanic or Latino, Black, Middle Eastern, and yet nobody in the series actually notices this. None of them seem to notice that there's a black person next to them. It's as if they don't see it. They're 90s colorblind. But yet the elves with their tiny pointed ears, but otherwise looking exactly like the rest of them, are somehow singled out for being different. And yet the black or Latino or Asian or Middle Eastern individuals in the series, nope, nobody even notices. Nobody even comments. There's no explanation given. It's just whoop, goes right over their head as if it doesn't exist. This is so jarring to me. And if it's not jarring to you, it's because you've been systematically propagandized to think it's normal. Imagine watching a movie set in the Edo period of Japan. Edo is the old name for Tokyo. Let's say it's the feudal period. There's the shogunate, or the shogun, there are the samurai and all this, and you're watching this and you're thinking, yes, this is going to be about Japan. It takes place in Japan. It's semi-historical. And as you're watching, you see some Japanese characters. That makes sense. But here are some white samurai. And one of the leaders is black. And here's a couple that are Latino. Here's some that are Middle Eastern. Here's some more black samurai. Would that make any sense? Would you not be completely pulled out of the experience with these questions of what? Why? Why are all these other races present during the Edo period of Japan in which they would not have? It was extremely rare to have a non-Japanese person there, and in particular, non-Asian. So how would it make any sense to have this diverse cast of samurai? How would it make any sense to have some of the leaders be not Japanese and no one even comments on it? That would be a huge deal back then. Everyone would notice. Everyone would be asking questions. So when I watch a series like The Witcher and I see Latino and Middle Eastern and black and Asian characters, it's just as jarring to me and feels just as out of place because it is just as jarring and it is just as out of place. And so I imagine in this remake of The Witcher, the video game, we're going to find a whole bunch of ESG, DEI, diversity, also known as anti-white, garbage. Can you taste the rainbow? I can, and it tastes like shit. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I notice each and every view on my videos because I'm still a small-time YouTuber. I would also appreciate if you gently tap the like button. Don't smash it, don't spank it, don't hit it, don't slap it. Be nice to the like button. It doesn't deserve to be abused like that. Make sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell icon. And as always, my friends, I'll see you next time, and stay fresh, cheese bags.
Don't forget to grab your copy of New Tokyo, available on Amazon and Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and paperback formats.
Oh my god, it's full on! Double rainbow all the way across the sky! Oh my god.